Hello, my monstrosities. Hello once again. Today I bring to you a DbD Lights Out video. This is going to be a discussion about how I feel about the game mode, how we feel about the game mode from what I've seen so far. And you can tell me how you feel about it, because it's finally here. And it is a mixed bag of emotions for me. First off, I want to say, I told you so. I told you that we should let it cook, come out, and people were like, oh my gosh, the perks are just going to ruin this. And surprise, surprise, you can't bring any perks, and you can't bring in items. But survivors can find items in chests and use them, which is my first point of annoyance. I don't usually want to start things off with a bad note, but this game mode definitely highlights power imbalances for everything. The difference between bad guy powers, survivors having an item versus not, what items they have when they need it. It highlights this in a very dark way. Quite frankly, I found that the matches that I had the toughest time, it's because two or three survivors found a map. And if I'm being honest, they probably were on comps together because, when people load in together, you go, oh, I think they're together. I didn't care enough to check all the profiles to see if I actually didn't check any profiles to see who was there. Half of them are console anyway, so can't check. But it was. I feel like maps need to be disabled too with this to actually have the feel of it, because there's no way for every bad guy to find people, but there is a way for all the survivors to find all the things they need. So that's I think, kind of an oversight. Like, you took the time to disable Freddy because I'm assuming the graphic imbalance and everything would make it too wonky. So you found a way to do that, or I guess not found a way, you just straight up just disabled him. But we didn't disable maps, and I'm pretty sure I've been told that they disabled keys, but I've also seen people say that they're still getting keys. I don't understand that one. I'm assuming that they don't want to possibly have blood amber and then you just see the bad guy while looping. But that brings me to the next point. There's looping, don't even do it. Like, don't do it. Except you will see in this one, I think it was this one, somebody was kind of saucing me up. No, it was... No, I think I get sauced in this one too. I played quite a couple of games. I don't remember which game I'm using for the background right now. I'm still tossing it up. But, I tried a couple of different powers, and looping is... Wow, that is interesting. Nobody tried it. Well, I take that back. The few that tried it knew that they were about to rock my ankles because, man, not seeing scratches and having to rely on DbD sound is quite the combo. Yeah, the people that were looping me at, like, loops, duh, they knew that they were about to put me on the court and make me fall like that. They broke my ankles. I'm not even gonna cap about that. But everybody else, if you just run away once you stun the bad guy, if you didn't get hit, it's just done. The chase was done for me. Now, I don't know about everybody. I'll be perfectly honest. On the bad guys I was playing, I was intentionally avoiding the ones that just straight up give a lot of info, like Doctor or somebody else. At the moment, I can only think about Doctor. But, I didn't want to play people that gave all the information in the world. Maybe Hints was nice. That's why you're probably seeing Pyramid Head on this game if I choose that one. But yeah, there was like hints of knowledge to kind of build the immersion and do the do. I thought that was nice, but man, no, not that. It's it. It's done. It's done. If you can just drop a pellet on the bad guy and stun him without getting hit, the chase is over for me. For me, that's how it is. Maybe I needed to apply a filter, like I know some people probably are doing, to ramp up my vision, but I could not see, and the scratch marks being gone, man, oh man, that is oof, that's a big oof. So yeah, the things that are in the game mode, I'm so glad it's only 1 week. I've talked about how these events last too long, especially when if you're trying to make content, you can't do the same thing for too long. Like these events come out, they last a month, and content creators that like take time and make great videos about it, just like this is the new event. They only need to really put out a video like maybe one or two in that month. But if you're just kind of like me, where there's a lot of quantity, where I will give you a video every other day. Now, mind you, I've been not so heavy on DbD on that front lately. But, if you're putting out videos constantly, when there's a game mode like this, you can only put out so many things before. All right, we got it. I know what the new event is. So yeah, that's it. So I'm really glad about the length of this only being a week. I also don't see myself really wanting to play more of it after today, if I'm being quite honest. Which is bittersweet. It's not like it's that bad. But if they just reduced the fog and took away maps too, I could see myself enjoying this more. Some of the powers are busted in this, and some of the powers are abysmal in this. Aiming, anything that requires you to aim with like line of sight and not just feeling, man, put that in the bin. That is done. That's done. But hey, well, except for artists. Well, that's not line of sight. That's feeling too. So yeah, like I was scared to play Pyramid Head because I'm like, no, I gotta. That's gotta be a read and a half. But you can still kind of play Pyramid Head in a way that will get you results, right? I tried Alien or Xeno. Whew. I thought that I don't know. I really don't know. I thought that me being like pitch black carapace was going to help and just be like, ooh, sneaky snoopity. No, that was that was actually one of the games where like 3 other survivors found maps and it was done. It was over. They had maps, and then yes, I know the turrets you beep to give away your location, but there was one idea like, oh my gosh, it'll be okay because you can find people in the footsteps and the tunnels. The tunnels don't need to have the same fog 2 feet in front of your face thing that the rest of the game mode has. If I'm being honest with you, that's just a lot of visual clutter. It's interesting. I tried Sadako and Oni. Oni, I got Leary's, and that was that I. Yeah, that was the first game. It wasn't great to watch and or play. So that's the other thing about this. This isn't great to watch in its current state. I think that they can bring this back. Maybe like once a month weekend, lights out weekend. And if they just make the tweaks like I was talking about, like just there needs to be a little less fog. Like if we can see an additional foot in front of ourselves, that'd be dope. But there was a lot of people that actually successfully rocked me by just dropping one pallet and probably going to the corner and just crouching. Like it was insane. I definitely lost a lot of people, and it really makes you realize how much you depend on the system that DbD has in place. I try to stray away from just like complete aura building loadouts where I just see what everybody's doing and slow down. I try to, mix it up, make it fun, get some hints of information and go from there, get some chase perks, yada yada yada. But man, without scratch marks and without pretty much the ability to play the game as some of these characters, it was rough. But again, that was kind of my own personal doing, right? That I could have easily probably thrown on Doctor and made it much easier on myself. I could have played other people with tracking and made it easier on myself. Excuse me. No, but I don't know. I don't know. It's good that they tried something. I do think that I like their attempt, but I do also think that unfortunately, maybe it's because of burnout, but I think this is one of those that gets real old really quick, and I like that they only put it to a week. I would prefer that they did it like a weekend and every other weekend. That would be cool, but yeah, that's how that goes. So, yeah, tell me what you think about Lights Out. Those are my thoughts on this game mode. Do you want to see this come back again? Do you want it to be different? Are you enjoying it? Whatever. So yeah, if you like the video, like it. Got a comment for me, comment. And until next time, peace out, my monstrosities.